Yeah, so GameStop, a company that Travis and I both have sour feelings for, just announced something great for gamers, and Maxwell, it might even be something that interests you.
Requires money. He won't do it.
Ah, you're right. GameStop has announced the PowerPass, which is a subscription service that costs $60 for 6 months of use.
That's $120 a year, Justin.
Simmer down. During that 6 months, you can check out any used game in the store. You can swap them in and out as many times as you want, just like your mom does, guys. And I was going to say dicks, but I decided to go with guys.
Jesus.
Dildos?
Just think of my three
The
little
wrong
brothers and
podcast.
sisters.
I'm sorry, they don't listen, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, no. Anyway, you can swap them in and out as many times as you want. But the big takeaway here is that the last game that you have checked out at the end of the 6-month period, you get to keep. So, you could have the newest game that just came out that someone's already returned, and you get to keep it. So, it's basically 6 months of games coming out.
$10 a month.
Yeah. So, what do we think about this? I mean, I've gone digital, but this is a nice way to try out games before I buy them. I mean, what do we think?
I didn't like anything you were saying until at the end you said you got to keep a $60 valued game.
Yes, and actually one GameStop manager on the GameStop subreddit said that often, because a few stores have been piloting this for a few months now, and he said almost every time this happens, they will find the used game that's rare, that costs more than $60 to take and keep it.
And they can.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Without
That's
paying
cool.
the difference?
No, that's just
Because
the
it's
policy.
yeah.
Yeah. But Maxwell, is this enticing to you? Is this something that you'd be interested in?
This reminds me of something that used to be around but isn't anymore.
Oh, he must have wrote this part. What is it, Maxwell? I'd love to know.
Blockbuster.
Get out of here.
I used to work there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But-
did Justin McElroy.
But so is this something that it interests you though? Like, is it? I mean,
I have some details that I need to find out about. Okay.
okay.
I thought I typed out this information, but I guess I just stuck it.
the very bottom it looks like.
Why do we think places like Blockbuster failed? No, that's going to be an after this. It's a
We
preview
are
of what's to
great
come. All right. Okay. The problem, the good thing is $10 a month. That's not
Yeah.
too bad. And you can just go in and exchange essentially every day.
Yeah, probably multiple times a day if you really wanted to.
Okay. Any game, or does it have to be used games?
Used games
Used
only.
only.
Well, that's stupid. And then the
Not
$60
really.
game, it can be a new game, or it has to be used too.
What? Now? You mean whenever you keep the game? It's
Yeah.
just the last game you have checked out you keep.
Oh,
It's gotta be
so you
used,
can
yeah.
only do used.
So if you
Yeah.
forget and you've got like a $5 copy of
Ugh.
Madden 08, then you're stuck with Madden
Yeah,
08.
but if it's like the newest game that
But
like
if you go and pick up Assassin's Creed Origins and you're hanging on to that, you've got Assassin's Creed Origins.
Right, but it has to be a used copy.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not a problem.
But
at
somebody
GameStop.
else
They have
checked
like
it
a-
out. It is a problem.
what?
You just don't want someone else's dirty hands touching
No,
it?
no, no. I'm just saying, like, if it's been
Oh.
checked out already,
Yeah.
and the odds of you getting it are just less.
No, but I mean, like, they're going to get... I mean, sometimes you go to GameStop and they'll have like 10 copies of the brand new game a week later.
Yeah,
Used.
That's true. I don't know.
Especially after
There's
Christmas.
just, to me, it's not going to work out just for the sake that I don't play games enough.
Mhm.
I would get one, essentially rent it for $10 a month, and then just forget about it, or exchange it for something and just be done with it a month or two in. Now, I also have gotten hooked and said exclusively we are only going to buy digital games because we do the game sharing, and it only makes sense.
Yeah, but even then, this would be a good way... Because, like, once you buy a digital game, you're stuck with it. There's no return policy.
Yeah, but I never
Most of the time.
exchange stuff.
Oh, but this would still be a nice way to see if you like a game before you actually buy it. I could be like, Maxwell, you got to try Siege. I've been talking about it for 2 years now. You've got to try it. You could check it out. Think I'm crazy, and send it back.
Well-
and you're...
Now,
I mean,
can you
that
do
kind of
this
makes
in
sense,
store?
but I also don't want to sit there and wait for
That's one of my
the game
questions,
to
yeah.
install for 2 hours.
That's true, too.
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
I think I would much prefer this option as opposed to doing Redbox.
Oh,
Or
definitely.
not Redbox, but
I'm with it. Yeah.
Gamefly?
Gamefly. Which I know Gamefly, you're probably going to be more apt to get like the newest game because you're gonna have to probably wait 2 weeks maybe a week to get a newest game traded in
It's hard to get new games there too.
on GameFly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've got to like put it in your queue like the day it's announced.
Because it takes away that ability to, or not the ability, but the pain of like you send it back and you have to wait till it gets a certain place and then they send you a new one. My question is though, like, are you going to be able to like rent a game at one GameStop and you know that another store? Am I reading ahead too far?
No, that's fine. As I say, I wonder if this subscription will be tied down to individual stores or is it going to be company wide? Can I go to the the GameStop down the road and then go to the one near
I think
my house?
if it's going to be successful, it has to be that because the GameStop app is really good. Usually, about if you get on it, it will tell you what locations have a used copy.
Yeah, I think that it will also probably eliminate the pickup in store for pre-owned items.
Yeah.
But one thing I just now thought of is he mentioned I don't want to have to wait for it to install for 2 hours is actually a benefit of this program. People with data caps.
Yeah.
If you want to buy, like, let's say you want to buy Gears of War 4, which is now a 97 gig game, you can go to the store, check out Gears of War 4, even though you own it digitally, just to install what you can from the disc.
I guess that's true.
I mean, it's just a life hack, I guess. I don't know.
This is why I think it's good for the company, and I think it will do well because I'm not a big gamer. Like, so it's not. I'm just an average gamer, but they don't make a lot of money on new games.
No.
And if this entices you to buy one of the used games you quote unquote rented, then they have succeeded. The $60 is already guaranteed, so they're just taking your money early.
Yeah.
If the game
And
is
chances are most used games are only $55. Like the newest used games are $55.
Yeah,
typically, right?
And they're making a huge profit on that.
They're making $5 at least if that's the only game you check out. And even then, if you
on the used one, that means they bought it from somebody for probably 20 to 30.
Oh, that's a good point. But then you're kind of buying it for 60 at the price of a new game.
I think this is their answer where they're trying to compete with digital.
Probably.
Because I will tell you, once you've bought a handful of digital games and you realize how convenient it is, especially if you're like Maxwell and don't. Like, I used to trade in games all the time, but now that I bought digital, like, I don't care that I have used to trade in games.
The only thing that I would get this for is I've bought a handful of digital games that I've really regretted.
Yeah.
And
like Destiny
this
1.
will eliminate that. What?
I said like Destiny 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. If I would have gotten from this program first, I never would have bought Destiny 1.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess 60, if you break it down to $10 a month, it doesn't sound as bad. Mm-hmm. I assume you got to pay the $60 up front for 6 months, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't know if they've officially announced it. I think this has just been leaked literature from their manager meeting.
Okay. I mean, I think it's great that they're trying to, if they end up doing this, to compete with digital sales.
Yeah.
At least it shows that they're trying. I think they're in a business where they can be extremely profitable, but I think they're hurting because of how popular digital sales are becoming.
Yeah.
So I think they need to try something. I know that there was a lot of rumors saying that they were going to try to figure out how you can trade in digital copies.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that would ever work.
That's stupid. I mean, there's not like a physical item to...
Yeah. Yeah, somebody needs to figure out how to make digital copies cheaper is what they need to do, but it just will never happen.
It's the PlayStation doing their sales. It's the only thing I can...
Yeah.
Supposedly...
it'd be cool if we could... Like, let's say I have Destiny 1, right? And I don't want it anymore. If I could gift it to you or even sell it to you for like, I don't know, you set your price, but then Microsoft gets like 20% of the sale.
Kind of like an eBay or an Amazon.
Yeah, they just transfer the license to one user to another.
Is there on Best Buy's gamer thingy, can you buy a digital copy of a game and a discount?
That's actually what I was getting ready to say. So there's rumors saying, I don't think it will be ready by holiday, but there's rumors saying that after the first of the year, they're going to start letting people that have Gamers Club Unlocked get 20% off digital games.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That changes things.
Because the thing is, they got to get better at, though, is like with GameStop, I'm pretty sure you can go, like with big titles, not like little indie titles, you can pretty much go on GameStop's website, and for any major game, for the most part, you can find a digital copy for it.
One thing cool GameStop does that I actually just found out about is you can actually pre-order your games digitally now. So if GameStop has a special pre-order perk that no one else has, like a physical item or something, you can pre-order the digital copy of the game there
and
and
go
still
in
get
and
the
get
item.
the physical.
That's good.
Or they just yeah.
Yeah, which I don't think anyone else
That's
really does that.
Because you miss out on a lot of physical things sometimes when you do digital,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So I like the idea. I hope it does well.
I'll definitely try it out the first 6 months that it's live.
But I'm hoping that like by doing this, if it becomes successful, it forces Microsoft and PlayStation to rethink through how they do digital.
Yeah.
Because I wish PlayStation hasn't got to the point, and I know Microsoft was supposed to do it. And you still
they have
can't.
the Game Pass for $10 a month.
Well, they do, but what I'm saying is I want them to follow the Steam model where if you buy a digital copy of a game, you can play, 6 or 8 hours?
You can play 2 hours.
It's like 2 hours and a certain amount of days
2 weeks.
you can play, and if
2
you don't
hours and
like
2
it,
weeks.
you can return it for a refund or credit.
Either, depending on how you paid.
Yeah,
I
like
think
that's
that's incredible.
Yeah, they need to. Microsoft and PlayStation, probably even Nintendo, needs to implement that
Yeah.
because there's been games like you said that I purchased that I regret, or that I just didn't think I would get to play.
Microsoft has become more lenient on their refunds. Sony, it's like
Yeah,
it's not happening.
You have to move mountains.
Yeah.
All right, Maxwell, you wanna?
Yeah, it's just I was saying like it's a lot like how Blockbuster rented out games, but now you get to keep one at the end. Do you think GameStop figured out where Blockbuster and others failed?
So I don't know exactly why Blockbuster failed. I don't know if it was because of Netflix or
it's digital
what.
for sure.
Well, all I know is the Blockbuster near my house. We had already moved on to Xbox 360 and PS3 and Blu-ray, right? And they still had VHS, DVD, and PlayStation 2, GameCube, and original Xbox games.
Yeah.
Like they refused to update. So I stopped going.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the beginning of the end.
Maybe. I don't know. It was ridiculous. But and they still have the store shelled out, and it still has the Blockbuster logo on it, and there's a Get Him to the Greek poster that's been holding up strong for close to a decade now.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I drive past Russell Brand every day.
I don't know about movies, but I know one of the things that probably put a hurting on Blockbuster as a company when it came to gaming is probably GameStop's policy for if you buy used games, you got 7 days. If you beat it, don't like it, whatever, you can bring it back and get something else or get your money back. Like that was probably a pretty big hurting on them because essentially it was like almost renting.
Well, then they even tried to where if you returned a used game and got another one, it said you can't return this one on the receipt. But then you could always get around that by saying, we'll just put it back on my GameStop card.
Yeah.
And then you buy another game, and it's like all is forgiven.
Yeah.